Tarak's heart thumped as the sleek, alien spacecraft glided beside the massive human vessel. After decades of meticulous negotiations, the time had come for the alien delegation to board the human spaceship and finalize the long-awaited agreements. As the docking process began, Tarak took a deep breath. Young and relatively inexperienced, he felt the immense pressure of this historic mission. The outcome of these talks would shape the future relationship between their two vastly different civilizations. Holding the carefully prepared diplomatic documents, Tarak followed his more experienced colleagues through the airlock into the brightly lit corridors of the human ship. Their footsteps echoed off the smooth, metallic walls, and Tarak couldn't help but marvel at the human technology surrounding them. The human delegation awaited them in a spacious meeting room, furnished with sleek, ergonomic designs that seemed to defy gravity. Tarak's eyes were immediately drawn to the towering human diplomats, whose imposing figures dwarfed even the tallest of the alien party. Tarak's pulse quickened as the two groups approached each other, the cultural differences immediately apparent. The human representative, a tall, friendly-looking individual, stepped forward and extended a hand. Tarak hesitated for a moment, unsure of the proper protocol, before mirroring the gesture, his slender fingers disappearing into the human's firm grasp. "Welcome aboard the Andromeda, esteemed guests," the human diplomat said in a deep, resonant voice. "We are honored to host you and look forward to a productive conclusion to our negotiations." Tarak inclined his head respectfully, his antennae twitching with a mix of unease and curiosity. "The honor is ours, honored human. We appreciate the opportunity to finalize the agreements that will bind our peoples together." As the delegates took their seats around the sleek conference table, Tarak couldn't help but glance at the human documents, his mind racing with unspoken questions. The dates on the pages were unlike anything he had ever seen, and he struggled to reconcile the strange units of measurement with the familiar clocks of his world. Clearing his throat, Tarak addressed the human diplomat. "Forgive my curiosity, but I noticed the dates on these documents are quite different from our own. Could you explain how your people measure the passage of time?" The human representative smiled warmly, his deep-set eyes crinkling at the corners. "Of course, it's a reasonable question. We humans measure time in years, the time it takes for our planet to complete one full revolution around our star." Tarak's brow furrowed as he tried to process this new information. "One revolution around your star? But that would mean—" His voice trailed off as realization dawned on him. The human diplomat nodded, sensing Tarak's understanding. "Yes, that's correct. A single human year is equivalent to approximately 12 of your clocks." A heavy silence settled over the room as the alien delegates absorbed this revelation. Tarak's mind raced, trying to comprehend a lifespan spanning hundreds, even thousands of clocks. The implications were staggering, and he struggled to fully grasp the scale of human longevity. The senior diplomat of the alien delegation, a seasoned figure with a weathered face, his voice tinged with skepticism. "Forgive us, honored human, but if what you say is true, your people must live for an astoundingly long time. Surely, this cannot be so?" The human diplomat's expression remained calm and reassuring. "I assure you, it is very much so. I am currently in my 30th year of life." Tarak's eyes widened in disbelief as he quickly performed the mental calculation. 30 human years, that would be over 360 clocks, a lifespan unheard of in his civilization. The alien delegates exchanged bewildered glances, their carefully constructed negotiation strategies suddenly upended by this revelation. Tarak felt a growing sense of awe and respect towards these remarkable beings, his previous notions of their capabilities shattered. "Humans are, how old?" the senior diplomat murmured, his voice a mix of wonder and disbelief. The human diplomat's lips curled into a faint smile. "In the grand scheme of things, we are still quite young. But to our alien counterparts, I understand why our lifespan might seem almost impossible to comprehend." Tarak remained silent, his mind racing as he tried to reconcile the implications of this discovery. The human diplomats, these towering and seemingly ageless beings, were not the short-lived creatures the aliens had imagined. They were resilient, adaptable, and capable of sustaining their civilization over unimaginable timescales. As the realization sank in, Turok felt a mix of awe and trepidation. This was no mere trade negotiation. The fate of an interstellar alliance now rested on forging a deeper understanding between their two vastly different civilizations. The young diplomat swallowed hard, his resolve strengthening as he prepared to navigate this uncharted territory, determined to seize the opportunity before them. The alien delegation fell silent, the gravity of the humans' revelation sinking in. Turok glanced at his colleagues, noting their stunned expressions. The senior delegate, once the epitome of calm assurance, now seemed deep in thought, his brow knit in contemplation. Turok could hardly believe what he had just heard. Humans, these imposing beings with their strange way of marking time, were capable of living for decades, a lifespan unimaginable to his own species. The implications of this were profound, challenging all their preconceptions about their potential partners. As the silence stretched, the human diplomat shifted in his seat, his expression warm and reassuring. "I understand this revelation may come as quite a shock," he said, his deep voice cutting through the quiet. "The differences between our civilizations are indeed vast, but it is precisely these differences that hold the greatest potential for mutual understanding and growth." Turok's antennae perked up at the human's words, curiosity sparking within him. He leaned forward, locking eyes with the diplomat. "Honored human, if what you say is true, your people must have amassed an incredible depth of knowledge and experience. Such longevity must afford you a unique perspective on the workings of the universe." The human diplomat nodded, a faint smile on his lips. "You are correct, young diplomat. Our lifespan, though unfamiliar to you, has granted us resilience and adaptability. We have witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the ebb and flow of empires, and cosmic events that your people may have yet to comprehend." Turok felt a thrill of anticipation. "Then perhaps," he said, his voice tinged with newfound hope, "we have much to learn from each other. Your longevity could unlock the wonders of the universe if we are willing to forge a lasting alliance." The senior delegate cleared his throat, his weathered features softening slightly. "The young diplomat speaks true. If what you say is accurate, the potential for mutual growth and discovery between our civilizations is immeasurable." He paused, his gaze sweeping across the human delegation. "It would be a grave mistake to underestimate your capabilities, as we have clearly done." The human diplomat inclined his head. "We welcome your openness, esteemed delegates. Only through honest dialogue and a willingness to embrace our differences can we truly forge a lasting partnership." Turok felt a surge of admiration for the human's diplomatic skill. Where the aliens had been overwhelmed by shock, the human had remained calm, offering a path forward that acknowledged their cultural divide while promising untold discoveries. Emboldened by the human's words, Turok straightened in his chair, his eyes shining with determination. "Let us resume our negotiations with a renewed spirit of cooperation," he said, his voice carrying a weight beyond his years. "If our peoples can bridge the gap between our lifespans, the rewards could be beyond our wildest imaginings." The human diplomat's smile widened, and he nodded. "Very well, young diplomat. Let us move forward together, and see what wonders we may uncover." As the negotiations resumed, Turok became increasingly captivated by the humans' patience and the ingenuity of their technology. Where the aliens had initially viewed the humans as limited, Turok now saw them as resilient and adaptable, capable of sustaining their civilization over timescales that defied his understanding. The discussions grew more fluid and collaborative, with both sides working together to find common ground. Turok marveled at the human diplomat's ability to navigate cultural differences, offering thoughtful explanations and creative solutions that bridged their civilizations. At one point, the human representative made a light-hearted reference to space elves, a phrase that puzzled the aliens before eliciting a round of laughter. Turok found himself charmed by the human's subtle humor, a refreshing contrast to the often serious diplomatic exchanges of his world. As the negotiations drew to a close, Turok sensed a shift in the air. The initial tension had given way to mutual respect and anticipation. The alien delegates, once skeptical, now regarded the humans with newfound reverence, their eyes filled with the promise of this alliance. When the final agreements were signed, Turok felt a swell of pride and excitement. This was no mere trade deal. It was the beginning of a new era of cooperation, one that would unlock the wonders of the universe for both their peoples. As the delegations prepared to depart, the human diplomat approached Turok, placing a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Young diplomat, I commend you and your colleagues for your openness and willingness to see beyond our differences. It is through this spirit of collaboration that we shall embark on a journey of profound discovery." Turok felt a surge of gratitude and admiration. "Honored human, the credit belongs to you and your people as well. Your resilience and creativity have left a lasting impression. I have no doubt our partnership will yield incredible rewards, both for our civilizations and for the countless worlds we have yet to explore." The human diplomat's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Then let us waste no time, my friend. The future awaits, and I cannot wait to see what wonders we shall uncover, side by side." Turok nodded, his heart filled with anticipation and hope. As the alien delegation boarded their spacecraft, he cast one final glance at the human vessel, its sleek lines and gleaming exterior a testament to their ingenuity. The young diplomat knew the path ahead would not be without challenges, but the promise of discovery and mutual understanding was too great to ignore. With a renewed sense of purpose, he settled into his seat, already dreaming of the infinite possibilities that lay in store for their two civilizations, united in their quest to unlock the secrets of the cosmos.